Hey guys, I'm David and I'm here today to give you a tutorial on how to use Filezilla. Filezilla is a file transfer protocol, as it's more commonly known as FTP. And FTP is typically used to transfer data from one computer to another that you may not be able to access. My example is based on my web server on my website. And I'm going to be uploading files to my website today to hopefully give you an overview and show you how Filezilla works. So, to download Filezilla, you can head over to their website, which is filezilla-project.org. Once you have navigated to their website, just click the Download Filezilla client. After downloading, open it, and you should see a screen that looks something like this. Oops. Once you have the screen open, you can input the data and the information to your website, and to do this you need to click on the file at the top and go to Site Manager, or you can click the little icon in the corner that says Open the Site Manager. That will take you to exactly the same screen. Now once I'm on this screen, I need to add my new site, and to do this I'm just going to click New Site, and I'm going to name it. Naming it is completely just for your reference, so name it whatever you like. I'm going to call my website, I'm going to call it my website 2, because I already have one called my website. Oops. Once you have it, you have things in the right hand side of the screen here asking you for a host, a port, and other details. Now I know the host to my web server is davids-site.com. Now the port is typically 21. I've never known it to be any different in any occasions that I've ever had to use FTP before. The logon type is normal. That way you can enter a username and a password, because the majority of web servers obviously do have a username and a password, or they're going to be very, very insecure. The username is David SS1, and the password I'm just going to copy and paste into there. Now the FTP details, if you're using it to get access to the files on a website, if you have hosting, you will generally be given to you via an email that will have been sent to you by your hosting company, and all these details will be in that email that you need to connect using FTP. Once I've inputted this information, a username, a password, a host, and a port, I'm going to press connect. It will scroll at the top to tell me that the connection has been accepted and the username and the password are correct, and then it is going to tell me that the directory listing is successful. The FTP itself, the left-hand side, is your local view. Obviously these are the files on my local machine, and this is a more detailed view of the files on my local machine. To the right-hand side, we have the remote view, which are all the files on my web server. Now I'm going to show you my website very quickly, which is here. It's davids-site.com. Now it's typically used just for testing purposes. It's not got a purpose, to be perfectly honest. Now as you can see, the homepage is currently just that. It's very boring. So basically I'm just going to change that to something probably less interesting, but all the same I'm going to change it. Now to do this, the files that people are able to view online are usually stored in a directory on the web server called public_html, or a directory called www. Both folders actually contain exactly the same information, so I actually don't know why they have two directories, but they do, so I'm not going to argue with that. Some hosting companies also use a different default directory for being able to view things online. One of them used most commonly is htdocs. It all depends on your hosting company, but the majority of them use public_html or www. So I'm going to enter the folder public_html on my remote view by double clicking it. It's going to scroll up here and tell me that the directory listing again is successful. Now I host more than one website, so I know that the davids-site.com is stored in a folder called David, and then a folder called davids-site.com. And this is all the files that are viewable on my website currently. Now, I would like to edit the home page, which is index.html. Now, to do this, I need to make it in my local view. Now, to do this, I'm just going to click it and drag it across to my desktop or wherever I want it. And once I click, it's going to tell me that it already exists on the desktop, which it does. I'm just going to overwrite that by pressing OK, and there it is on my desktop. Now, to edit this, I'm just going to right click and go to Open with Notepad, and there's the current home page. It's very boring. Now I'm just going to edit it and put David is awesome, and I'm going to file, I'm going to save, and I'm going to close it. I'm now going to click and I'm going to upload this to my remote view by dragging across to the remote view and just clicking. And it's going to ask me to overwrite what's in the remote view and that it already exists, so I'm just going to overwrite that. You can also upload from your local view by scrolling for the folder you want to upload or the file you want to upload and just dragging it across into remote view. And again, it's just going to ask me to overwrite. I'm just going to press OK. Opening my website again, I can see that it still displays the old message. I'm going to refresh the page, and you can see it's changed the text to David is awesome. You can also see in Filezilla that I have an image in that directory called 1.jpg. Now I can actually get access to this on the website by putting in after my website 1, the file name, and then the file type, which is a JPEG, JPG, and pressing enter, and obviously it's going to show me the image. That's basically all there is to know about FTP. There's one more file I'll upload just to show you. There's a file here called hosting logo. So I'm just going to move that across to my remote view and upload it. Now, there wasn't anything called hosting logo previous to this, so it's just uploaded it and it's not asked me to overwrite anything. Now it's called hostinglogo.jpg, so if I wanted to get access to that image online, I would just type it in after the website, which is hosting logo, and then the file type, otherwise it won't know what you're actually looking for. And there you go, you can see the hosting logo is now showing up. FTP is basically as simple as that. If you have any questions or you get stuck with anything, this is just the basics of FTP. Please do not hesitate to leave a message below this video and I will try to help, or just drop me a PM and I will reply ASAP. This is my first video, so it probably is a little bit rusty in places, so just bear with me as I make more. They will hopefully become easier to understand and more professional. Again, if you have any questions, feedback, problems, don't hesitate to contact me. I'll always try to help. Thank you very much for watching.